Hey guys, in this video I'm going to give my thoughts on the state of the top lane meta, why I think it's kind of rough right now, but why it's going to get better. It's going to get much better very soon due to some changes that Riot is making. I'm going to be going over all the changes that Riot is making. I'm going to break them down individually and explain to you guys why these will be beneficial, not just for Singed, not just for top lane, not just for Proxy Singed, but for just the state of the game in general. And also, I will be explaining this rune page that I'm running in mid lane that I have transferred over to top lane that is going to be, I think, a lot better with the changes that Riot is making, and I'm going to explain exactly why. My footage for this video ended up working out really well because the first game was a very bot side focused game, and the second game was a very late game oriented scaling game. And I will explain very shortly why those two types of games are very relevant for this video, but before we do that, a word from our sponsor. This video is brought to you by Professor. Guys, I'm using Professor every single day when I play League. It really is helpful in-game and out-of-game, and has great features to help you improve and climb. By far my favorite in-game feature these days is the Summoner Spell Tracker. This handy little tool lets you simply click on your enemy summoners when you see them use one. See the 80 carry use Flash? Just click Flash, and now you have a timer. The best part is, if there are other Professor users in your game, your timers are shared, meaning you will both have up to the second information. Of course, there are still the other great features like the in-game jungle timer, which is so helpful for maintaining perfect farm, and the lobby tab, which shows the strengths and weaknesses of every player in the game. You're playing jungle and Professor shows you which enemy is auto-filled. We'll get ready to camp them into the next season. We can't forget about the other useful features such as the in-game stat tracker, the built-in replay finder, which lets you search by champion and rank, and the pro build section, which shows you pro player builds from around the world. There's also the group finder tab to find other people to play with. So what are you waiting for? Try out Professor for free using my link in the description or pinned comment. Thanks, Professor. So minishcap, what are these changes that Riot is making that have you so excited for the rest of Season 13? And what are these changes that are going to actually push your rune page that you were playing in mid lane, that you're swapping over to top lane now, that's going to push that rune page further into the Singed meta? Well, I'm going to go over the things that I see on this next patch 13.4 change list that are relevant and I think are going to be really impactful for the concepts that I'm going to outline in this video. So, starting up, they are doing some buffs to some melee supports again. They're doing some further nerfs to some power junglers right now. That's not the biggest deal in this patch by any means. You can always buff and nerf champions, right? So here we go. System buffs for melee supports, meaning that roaming will have a little bit more counterplay. Yes, melee supports have more crowd control than enchanter supports, but at least they have to be in melee range to fight you, meaning you can fight back, which is really good. As well as nerfs to Spectral Sickle, Spell Thief's Edge, meaning that Enchanter supports will have a little bit lower gold income, meaning they're more punished for leaving their lane and not farming up their item, meaning that, and just less gold income in general, meaning that unpunishable Enchanter roams are hopefully going to be diminished. Here's another big one is kill experience. I'm gonna highlight that on the far right here. Kill experience against enemies from levels 1 to 10 is going down. Which is really important in my, or sorry, 1 to 9 is going down. At level 10, it normalizes, it equalizes. So that's really important because as you're proxying on Singed, you might die to the enemy top laner or the enemy jungler, or even the enemy top jungle and mid and support realm, which can happen. So you're going to be giving up less EXP when that happens, which is a sleeper buff to Proxy Singed, which is super good. That's actually a pretty significant buff to Proxy Singed, in my opinion, and just that whole playstyle in general, because it's so risk versus reward. But in my opinion, in the recent months, like Season 12 and so far in Season 13, it's not been rewarding enough when you're putting yourself at that much of a risk to proxy, because you just get killed once, the jungler snowballs the entire game, and it's GG. That's how it is in high elo anyways, right? So it's very punishing right now to die during proxy. And with kill experience going down, that will help quite a bit. Kill comeback experience is another nerf to perma roaming supports. Kill comeback experience being nerfed is really, really important, because that means that the game defines a comeback as when you're lower level and you get a kill on somebody. So, well, a support's going to be lower level, and if they roam and get an assist, then they get comeback experience even if they're ahead. Like, even if their team is ahead, which is super stupid, you know what I mean? So that being nerfed is really good. With kill, you would think this is bad if you're playing from behind, but bear in mind that kill experience is getting nerfed as well as comeback experience. So even though you're not getting as much XP when you are mounting a comeback, they're not getting as far ahead from snowballing, which is really important. So it's a good change overall, in my opinion. This is a smaller one, but still very relevant. Treasure Hunter gold income being nerfed by a 100 total. That's really good in my opinion, because junglers right now, the meta is, and Riot's talked about this, the meta is basically buff, camp, buff, spam gank top lane, clear camps, buff, camp, buff, gank gank bot lane, bot lane, bot lane, just go bot lane, run bot lane, get bot lane ahead, get dragon, get plates, Rift Herald sucks. Whichever bot lane gets ahead just plays the jungler and wins. That's the meta right now. Riot knows it. They've stated it. Freak has said it in his videos about balance and everything. So with Treasure Hunter being nerfed, it just takes a little bit more gold income out of the hands of junglers, which is really important, and decreases snowballing a little bit further, which is super good. They are also, I think they already did buff tower damage when you get tower dove, which is good. So again, a little bit of nerf to snowballing. I'm not sure if they already did that or if they're going to do that next patch still. I don't know. I have to pull up the old patch notes, and I'm not going to do that. Here's another big one. Jungle clear speed. Excuse me. Jungle clear speed is mostly looks like the same, except AP junglers are getting a slight clear speed nerf. Cool, good, they deserve it. And so like all of this stuff, like slowing down the spam gank bot lane snowball as hard as possible meta is really important, because it gives you as a top laner more time to scale. You having more time to scale as a top laner means that you're more relevant, because you know you're not going to be dealing with hopefully 20 kill on any bot lane who's running down your tier 3 tower in mid lane at 20 minutes every game, right? Which is kind of what it feels like right now. As a top laner, which is part of the reason why I stopped playing top lane. But I'm going to pick it back up. I'm going back to top lane, guys. Trust me. These changes will make it better. I have faith in Riot on this one. Maybe I've been burned in the past, but we'll see. I can't have no other choice but to put my faith in them once more. So here we go. Now, why is the current meta the way that it is? The reason why the current meta is the way that it is because the game just very over rewards playing around bot lane. If you play around bot lane, you can snowball the absolute hell out of that lane because they're easy to kill over and over. You have a support to clear wards for you, and then you have a sweeper as well to clear wards, so they're always super gankable. They're always squishy. You just kill them over and over. You take that tower because there's no early tower plates. So let's say you're a jungler, you buff, camp, buff, run bot lane. You get 2 kills, then you push in, they neither of them run teleport. You grab a tower plate, then all of a sudden there's like easily a 1,200-1,300 gold swing right there. Well, guess what? On the first gank, you got their summoners, so I'm going to clear. I'm going to run bottom, do it again. Another tower plate. Now I have control over Dragon. Well, Dragon was buffed as well. So Dragon being buffed means that if I have control over bot lane and my bot lane's ahead, they can always push and have priority. I can control Dragon. I get Dragon. Dragon buff is super powerful now because they buffed it last season. Well, now I'm just in command of the entire game, right? It doesn't matter if the enemy jungler gets Herald, because Herald was nerfed. Herald's damage to towers in total has gone down. That's another big part of the reason why the game is played mostly around bot lane right now. And if Herald does go down, it's because the AD carry or the support, or both of them, roamed up with the jungler to take it. Because top lane can't really do Herald by itself, right? It takes too long. And you'll lose tower plates. Another thing, as a top laner, you can't really leave your lane early, because if you do, the enemy top laner just farms plates and gets really far ahead. It's, yeah. So think about the jungler gets whenever he ganks bot lane. Also, if you win your bot lane as the jungler, if you win bot lane for your team, it unlocks your support to just go roam forever. And now the lead that you generated for 2 people becomes basically a second jungler that can just go gank top, gank mid, roam with you, do everything that your jungler is going to do besides farm camps, right? So, and that is enabled by the comeback experience. That's how the support is it never feels like they're behind when they're winning and roaming too much, because they're getting comeback experience on the assists that they're getting from ganking other lanes, and they're just maintaining level. There's a lot of games where I'm just farming top lane against enemy top laner, and the support roams up, I die, they're level 8. All of a sudden, now they're level 9.5, and I come back to the lane and they're level 10 after they cleared 2 wards and got a wave of EXP. Like, huh? Like, that doesn't seem fair, you know what I mean? It's very much a case of jungle and support being very overpowered right now. Riot has admitted it. Enchantress support, I should say specifically. Riot has admitted it, they know it, and they're working to fix it with these changes. And I think that with the game slowing down, what that means is that, I'm going to talk about this more in the actual gameplay videos, what that means is that the rune page that I've been running is going to improve quite a bit. Unsealed Spellbook is currently tied, in my opinion, with Predator as the best late game keystone. Footwear, magical footwear, you wouldn't think it's very good, but playing it in mid lane has showed me that it's really actually good on Singed. The only problem is that in top lane you can't unlock it fast enough, but it's excellent on Singed for the extra movement speed, and you save 300 gold on your boots to get your items faster, which is awesome. Which is awesome. The plus 10 MS adds to your passive, makes you much faster, which you don't think matters a lot, but whenever you start escaping from people, from ganks that you shouldn't escape from, and you're able to catch people that you shouldn't catch with those free boots, you'll think Minish Cap was right about this rune. Now, what's changing that's going to make it better in top lane? Well, what's changing that's going to make it better in top lane is that it's just a slower game overall, and there's more incentive now for your jungler to play topside, because winning through bot is hopefully not going to be the only way to win the game, or just the absolute best way to win the game every single game, right? So it'll be better for top lane, and then once you actually have your free boots, you're unlocked, your macro goes crazy. It's awesome. I love it. And then Futures Market, obviously, you're already saving 300 gold on your boots. Futures Market helps you spike your items faster. The 300 gold that you save from your boots helps you make futures purchases like no other. I've never actually even hit 300 gold debt on the Futures Market. It's always below, so I'm just making profit on the runes every single game. It's really good. Spike your items faster, get your items completed sooner. It's great rune on Singed, good to go. Helps you early, helps you mid, helps you late. Just Futures Market, great rune overall. Cosmic Insight for your teleport is really important in my opinion, and your ghost obviously, but for your teleport it's really important because it absolutely just unleashes your macro at 14 minutes. You can just have your teleport up. It feels like so often, especially when the enemy top laner doesn't go teleport or Cosmic Insight, or the mid laner doesn't go teleport Cosmic Insight, right? It just feels like you have your teleport up so much more, and you're able to make those cross map plays. I can go pressure a side lane while you guys pressure objective. Well, what does the enemy top laner do? All of a sudden, because the enemy top laner is pressured by not having their TP up as much as you, they've been laning with their team because they're afraid of an engage, or they want to engage on your team. All of a sudden, you're ahead 2 levels of them. That happens quite a lot with this rune page because you're getting solo XP and they're sharing with 5 people, right? Because their teleport's not up and yours is, so they can't match you that easily. Because guess what happens if they match in the silent on teleport? Your team engages you, TP you in the fight, right? The sorcery minor runes are Nimbus and Celerity. Movement speed makes sense. They're great on Singed. You're gonna say, well, Minish Cap not having tenacity is really bad on Singed, and I would say you would have been right, except you're so fast with this rune page. If your movement is good, right? If your movement is good and you know your limits on Singed and you know what the champion's capable of and what you're capable of as a player, it ends up working out really, really well, even with no tenacity. If you need tenacity, you just go Merc Treads. So I like Swifties though. That being said, let's get into these games, and in the games I'm going to actually explain further. My thoughts are a little bit scattered in the games, I'm sorry, but they are really good examples of what I'm talking about, and so I'm going to show you guys in the games exactly with the gameplay why I think this is going to be the case. So thank you guys for watching. Let's get right into it. Hey, there is guys, minishcap1 doing some more top lane Singed gameplay, and I want to talk today about, I mentioned a little bit in the intro, but I want to talk a bit more about Proxy Singed and just like proxying in general on Singed. What I think that the future will be in terms of this champion's ability to succeed in top lane, which is tied directly into proxying. So you guys may notice recently I've been playing mid lane Singed actually, and the reason for that is because top lane has not been very kind, not just to Singed, but like to everyone. Like top lane in season 13 and honestly in season 12 as well was just not really that great. In my opinion, for a lot of changes that Riot made. And I went over this a little bit in the intro, but part of the reasons are they, in my opinion, overbuffed the value of individual dragon buffs. Is that Grasp GP? It is, in fact, Grasp GP. Okay. No, First Strike, my bad, it's fine. He wants to Q out of me. But yeah, in my opinion, they overbuffed the value of dragon, which makes the game a little bit bot side skewed. I'm gonna ward that bush so you can't just walk into it to reset aggro. Which makes the game a little bit more bot side skewed, and the reason why is because if a jungler gets control of bot side, then they get control of dragon. Getting control of dragon is really important because then they get control over the most important objective, in my opinion. In addition to this, Riot did the durability update, and the classes that benefited the most in the durability update were actually squishier classes, like AD carries, and Enchanter supports being like the two standouts, right? Because like for champions that already kind of like spec into tankiness, like Singed, where you buy HP and he gets resistances on R. The extra durability, like, it wasn't super meaningful for Singed. I could have flung him there. It wasn't like super meaningful for Singed, unfortunately, compared to not quite. It wasn't super meaningful for Singed compared to other champions that got durability such as 80 carries and enchanters, to an extent mages as well, but mages just, they have their own set of problems right now, honestly. So a thing that happened with that is that proportionally 80 carries and enchanters just became way tankier and harder to kill comparatively towards champions that already spec in tankiness. And again, I'm not saying that like bruisers are weak or anything. Damn, he hit me. I'm not saying that bruisers are weak or anything, but Singed is not, he's like not a traditional bruiser, he's an AT bruiser. I digress, that's not the conversation that I'm having right now. So they got disproportionately tanky compared to champions like Singed in top lane. And then because of the way that top lane is structured right now in terms of it being balanced around teleport, it's just not very like rewarding to the kill, nice. It's just not very rewarding a lot of times to have teleport in top lane. You're basically using it as like a tool to reset your lane to play as safe as possible and scale up, instead of using it, in my opinion, what the better way is as like an aggression tool. Oh, one tower shot, that's all I need to get behind. Very nice. To be able to like defend your bot lane early on, because it has been the case for many years that ganking bot is the most rewarding, but in the past what we've been able to do as top laners is, if the enemy jungler overextends into your bot lane, you can flank teleport them, right? And punish them for overdiving, for over committing to a gank, which we really just haven't been able to since the season 12 change. Lee Sin's mid and Gangplank is still top, so I'm just gonna keep Roxing here. This guy might flash fling me, gotta be careful. We haven't been able to do that since the season 12 change, which is so it's been more than a year, where what they did was execute this. They made it so that teleport could not be cast on anything except for allied towers before 14 minutes, and then after 14 minutes it unlocks, so you can teleport to wards and minions and things like that again. But obviously, like, the issue with that is that it was a heavy nerf to the spell, because then junglers are much more safe in their like super aggressive ganks on bot lane. So that incentivizes further more bot lane oriented gameplay. Another thing that happened was they nerfed Rift Herald this season, and this is more going into specific season 13 changes, right? They nerfed Rift Herald, and what that does is, because Rift Herald gets less tower plates now, or like not even less tower plates, but like less damage to towers. Because tower plate value did go up a little bit, like 15 each, but that doesn't mean anything really in the terms of in context of Rift Herald. It is too much gold, in my opinion, to add to it. It just, like, because it does less damage to towers, that just makes Rift Herald less of an important objective, and I have no idea why they reduced Rift Herald value. Well, I get why. Oh, he has Sheen. I dump my potions here. And because Rift Herald is less valuable now in season 13, not that you could really do it by yourself as a top laner anyways, unless your jungler was ahead. It just means that there's more reason for junglers to play around bot side and less reason to play around top side, right? That just tends to be the pattern that we're noticing. Another reason why it further is incentivized to play around bot side instead of top side is that it unlocks your support. So when your support gets unlocked, what I mean by that is, rest in peace, Asol. Yeah, that guy's dead. Oh, nope, he lived. Wow, that's crazy.
Double kill.
I wonder if he's going over here. Nope. So his card could still be up. What that means is basically it lets your support leave their lane and commit to helping other lanes, because whenever your bot lane is winning, your AD carry gets stronger, but lower likelihood of them dying, your support's able to roam. And because of the way that bounce back EXP works, if your support gets an assist, then the assist credit is worth so much. He's trying to fight me here. The assist credit is worth so much that, like, it doesn't really matter how long they leave their lane, because they can just get so much value out of it. And even if they don't get an assist on their roam to try and, you know, mess with other lanes, then guess what? They're still winning bot lane. They can go back bot lane and farm more kills, right? So basically what's happened is the jungle and support roles have been... oh. Am I out? Am I clean? I think I'm good. XD. Yeah, the jungle and support roles have been basically turbocharged, where not only does a support role have so much more access to just free experience because of this, the jungle role also has just tons more access to free experience. Oh well, I'm not going Relays first, I'm going this first. Those two roles have so much more, and you can see it in action right now how snowbally bot lane is. Like you can see, my bot lane, they got like a little bit ahead, and now they're just skyrocketing ahead, right? It's just kind of the nature of the game right now. And then my jungler is gonna take over the dragon area, and it's just gonna be lights out for the main team. You know, so like it is what it is. That's kind of the nature of the game right now. Oh, he has first strike up. I have an item advantage, but he has Sheen, and that's really painful to deal with for me. No, please! God. I tried. I got the Lee Sin flash though. This is like the nature of the game right now. Is like jungle and support are kind of like the two most dominant roles. Specifically Enchanter supports. I don't know how strong melee supports will end up being. Did he flash? I'm just gonna say he flashed. Maybe Ace will go for it. I'm gonna lie about it. Make him commit harder. And when either of them take over the game, like they just take over the game, right? So it's like kind of difficult, or can be kind of difficult to oh, never mind, he had flash. Whoops. Sometimes you gotta lie to him to make him commit. That is what it is, Asol. I'm sorry, bro. And then again, as you can see, whenever one of them gets ahead, or one lane gets ahead, then they just skyrocket ahead, and it just doesn't stop. And this is sort of the nature of the game right now, and all that ties back into top lane feeling really bad, because when all the action's happening bot side, and there's no catalyst for you as a top laner, your only win con as top lane is, hey, I need to solo kill my laner by myself 10 times, 15 times. And even then, even if you do that, you're not like, you don't have like a high likelihood to win the game even, or as high as you should, because guess what? One of the bot lanes is gonna be fed, and if that bot lane is not yours, then good luck, you know. And it just that's like a big part of the reason. And another part of the reason is just that because no junglers are coming topside, you're forced to solo kill. It's not equivalent in my opinion, in terms of role agency or role power, because the bot lanes are going to get kills through the help of their jungler, right? They're not even like winning 2v2 most of the time. They're just like flipping with jungle, and they're just going for it, and it's working out for them. Meanwhile, top lane is not going to get jungle assistance. Like, neither top laner is really going to die if they're playing properly unless a jungler comes, which you just saw. Lee Sin came top, and then I died, which if he wasn't there, there's no way I die, right? That's not to say that, like, that solo killing is under-rewarded. You actually get so much experience for getting a solo kill, it's crazy. But what that has led to that's really interesting to me is, excuse me. What that has led to is that the types of champions that are now more popular in top lane are only like the S+ tier champions, right? Occasionally you'll have like a matchup where it's not like an extreme S+ tier top laner. But it's, in my opinion, few and far between. If I had that W, I was gonna go in. Unfortunately, I missed. I grab this barrel. Oh. Maybe on this wave I can go. We'll see. I have Ignite. He has Essence Reaver, though. Demonic versus Essence Reaver. But yeah, so I'm planning to get my first kill in 11 minutes. My bot lane has 9 kills and 4 and 6 assists. And I'm just like, maybe I can get one. And this is why people are very displeased with the state of top lane right now. Is just, you just feel like you're not able to do anything, and the game is kind of played around you. You're like a spectator basically, right? So it's like, it's kind of lame. Okay, got him, nice. My man had no flash. I believe his TP is still down, so I didn't time it properly, but that is what it is. So top laners really feel like a spectator in their role. Now, I want to say that there are some things, and obviously I talked about this in the intro, but there are some things that Riot is doing, in my opinion, that will help. First of all, they're nerfing snowballing. So, wait, did I talk about jungle snowballing? Yeah, so Riot has basically admitted that the most optimal way to play jungle right now, and just to play League of Legends in general, is just be jungle. They've stated that jungle is the strongest role, and support is not far behind. To just be jungle and just do buff camp, buff bottom, gank. That is the best way to play League right now, because whichever bot lane gets ahead just snowballs the game. Ooh, he almost got me. He almost got me. He's thinking as a step the other way. No, sir. And obviously, like, that's not a very fun experience. Like, it's super snowbally. It's like extremely toxic. What is that? Is that Asol's ult? Holy moly, dude. That seems like kind of illegal, no?
Turret plating will fall soon.
No, his flash was back up, rip, dude. Whatever. All right, I have my safety boots now, and all that kind of like leads into just the game being played around. Like, this is the experience that almost everyone is complaining about right now. Like, you're just a spectator in your game, and I could have easily been on the other side of this, right? It could have easily been me in Gangplank shoes, where he's like doing pretty okay in lane, but you know what? Hey, it just like doesn't matter, because he's playing top lane, and he's never going to be able to keep up with the gold income of the other roles. Can I maybe catch this guy with Nimbus? No way. He gone. Now, there are some things Riot is doing to address this, which in my opinion are... There's a good amount of indirect buffs to proxying. So they're reducing the amount of experience that you get for kills. For the first 8 levels. Afterwards, it's normal. But for the first 8 levels, your experience from kills is decreased. Now, obviously, that means, hey, if I'm Proxy Singed and I die, that's less experience for the enemy. Even less if it's split between 2 people or 3 people, right? Which is very often the case. If you're ganked, then you're getting ganked by multiple people, right? I don't think you're killing me here, bro. Oh, there's a Caitlyn. Wonder what's happening here. Am I out? No, he had flash, bro. Oh, I'm so sad. Man had flash. That's okay. Like, so for example, that would mean a lot less. I love how I'm talking about it and it just happens in the game. Yeah, dying, like, not like a huge amount less. It's not like they're bringing back like Int to win, which is really dumb. If you've been around a long time, in Season 3 you're able to just permanently die behind the tower and it didn't matter because you would be worth like so little gold. Essentially 0 gold. It was a pretty lame way to play the game. It was fun, but it was lame. For the other person, right? But the kills will mean a little bit less experience early on in the game, right? Which is super good. It just means that proxying aggressively will be rewarded, which is already a very hard thing to do, is proxy aggressively, because, hey, I gotta deal with the jungler, I gotta deal with the top laner, I gotta deal with the mid laner, and then the support runs up too. The only champion who doesn't run top sometimes is the AD carry, and even then, sometimes the AD carry runs up too, right? So it's like, you gotta deal with all of that stuff. And you're kind of forced into proxying versus a lot of these, like, S+ tier matchups, such as Gangplank, right? Oh. Oh, that is painful. Maybe I can solo the Gangplank. I don't know, it's gonna be hard. He has nothing but damage, but we shall see. We'll see if he walks to the tower. I know his flash is down because he flashed on me earlier. He's so scared to walk up to the tower now, you see that? It's nearly time. Oh, you messed up, buddy. See ya. Got him with the flash gooflinger. Easy. But that's the reason also why, like, I've switched to mid lane for the time being, is like top lane is just absolutely 0 impact, right? It really doesn't matter generally what either top laner is doing unless they're just getting mondo fed by themselves, right? And then taking over the map somehow. And here is kind of like Or sorry, wrong segue. So they're reducing experience from kills first 8 levels. They are also nerfing support gold income slightly. They're nerfing the amount of gold that Spell Thieves gives passively. So mostly, and Spectral Sickle or whatever it's called, that item. You know what I'm talking about, the enchanter items, right? So basically, Spectral Sickle for Senna, and then Iceborne, or not Iceborne, the blue one for everybody else. I forget the name of it. All the enchanters. Enchanter roaming is really unhealthy right now, because they don't really have kits that are even like built for roaming, and they're able to like some of them do, but not really. And they're able to like roam so effectively compared to what should be roaming. It, in my opinion, is the they flank mid. I'm gonna teleport in right now. Yeah, you're welcome, Ezreal. I'm a little too fast, bud. I guess that should help me talk about my runes too, which I wanted to mention in this video, and why I think this build specifically, this build will be very buff for proxying. I've been running this build in mid lane, right? And because Riot is nerfing experience from kills first 8 levels, they're nerfing support. They're also nerfing jungle gold income a little bit. They are nerfing the 3 camp bot lane gank playstyle a little bit. Again, just a little bit. And then what else? They're nerfing, yeah, this is like a minor one kind of, but they are doing it. They're nerfing Treasure Hunter. So a lot of junglers right now, if they dip Domination Tree, they're taking Treasure Hunter, because what Treasure Hunter lets you do is just, again, snowball faster, end the game faster, get gold faster, more gold, more money, more gold, more money, get plates, more money. Oh, I didn't talk about that. Yeah, if you leave top lane, then you lose like 5 plates, so you can't really help your team. But if you leave bot lane, then there's still another person there to defend your tower, so you don't even lose that many plates if you lose any at all, right? So it's like, it's not really the same. I mean, I'm here. Bye-bye. Pretty sure I can catch these guys. Oh, goodbye. And they're all dead. I think we're gonna end the game, so I'm gonna actually do another game so I can talk more about yeah. So I can talk more about this. Sorry guys, I wasn't super concise in this, but I will continue in part 2, which you'll see right now. Alright guys, so continuing my thoughts from part 1, what exactly are these changes that Riot is systematically making that are going to make not only like proxying better, but this rune page specifically for proxying better? Well, the changes that they're making, I talked about them a bit in part 1, but they're just generally like slowing down the, I'm playing against Gangplank again, by the way. They're generally just slowing down the pace of the game. They're making buff bot lane gank less easy to execute. They're making jungle gold income passively a bit lower. They are making experience from kills a bit lower, which reduces snowballing again. They're nerfing enchanter gold income, which will make it easier to kill the carrier that's ahead in bot lane. Be a bit careful here. And there's lots of little things. And I'm gonna go through this rune page rune by rune and just show you guys like why I think that this is currently the best like scaling rune page for Singed that I've seen and that I've experienced and that I've used in the current season. This guy knows what he's doing compared to the last guy. It's gonna be a bit rough. Maybe like get on top of him and disable his first strike at least. It should disable it right there. Yeah, it did. Nice, very good. Okay, ready to eat the barrel there. Gonna have to. He pushes in and then I'll elaborate some more. I might have to teleport, I'm not sure. But yeah, so basically, rune by rune breakdown. Unsealed spellbook is... Be super careful here. In my opinion, it's tied with Predator for being the best late game keystone specifically. For Singed, Predator obviously giving huge value. I don't know if I can help you, Velvet. Looks like you're good, though. Hey, can I come down here and get an assist? I'm gonna go for it. Oh, he just I just wanted to get the assist. I'm so sorry, buddy. That's a Rioter on my team, by the way. Yeah, so Unsealed getting super powerful late game because you just get massive utility. However, the thing I think that makes the inspiration tree a bit better for Singed in the late game, just a little bit, not even a little bit, it's like, in my opinion, quite better than, in terms of minor runes, than the Predator tree, the Domination tree, is that the minor runes are just way better. This is way better. Domination tree's minor runes have been gutted, they've been killed, they've been left, they're taken out back, and just... They said goodnight, basically, to the Domination minor runes. Inspiration minor runes, so magical footwear. The thing with magical footwear... I think I can, maybe fight this guy if he walks up, we'll see. No, he's not going to. Can I get to the fling? No, sir. The thing that makes it magical footwear good in mid lane is that you can activate it fast enough by just playing with your jungler, right? You can just play around your jungler and then get your assists, get your kills, and activate your footwear very quickly and have it be super impactful because you're getting it early enough in the game for it to make a sizable difference in your gameplay. In top lane, generally this is not the case right now, and this is going to change because of the changes that I'm highlighting, right? So in top lane, obviously, as you can tell, junglers mostly just play for bot side. This game's a little bit of an exception. But junglers are generally playing for bot. There's his teleport. Go ahead and tap that. Which means that your likelihood of getting a kill or an assist in order to activate your boots faster is low. Or I should say lower. I'm gonna go for one more, I think. Can I? The Zac will be here is the problem, but I'm pretty sure I can just grab this. Oh, no, he's uncrabbed. Okay. Which means longer time for your boots to activate, which means you're slower for longer. I do believe, after I've been playing this rune a lot, and I show you guys the match history either in the intro or right here, but I've been playing this rune a lot, and let me tell you, when I say it is really feeling good in mid lane, it's feeling really good. The benefits of the rune is that you get your save 300 gold on your boot cost, and you also, oh. Alright, I'll ult it, that's fine. Ooh, can I get out? Ooh, let me go! No, rip, dude, rip. Got the DFR. I still have DP for top, it's fine. Benefit is that obviously, whenever you save 300 gold on your boots, and then you get plus 10 movement speed. Flat movement speed is super good for Singed for his passive. Wait, I can grab a flash here on my TP and kill this guy. As if he stays. I don't know if he'll stay. And then your ability to just move across the map is just a little bit faster. Your team fighting is way better, which is nice. Your ability to like just use your passive, get zoomified. Yeah, you don't have tenacity with this rune page, but you're so much faster that like sometimes it feels like it makes up for it, right? Your ability to reposition in between crowd control durations and just get into the places that you need to be for the fight is really good. So this rune is really big value on Singed. It's traditionally been very bad on Singed because traditionally, obviously, the game has been just moving way too fast, not just this season, but in previous seasons as well for the rune to be viable. But I think playing in mid lane has kind of opened my eyes to like just how powerful the rune actually is once you have it, and why so many top laners, Jax, Camille, Fiora, Riven, Irelia, why all of these champions, Gangplank, that's a big one, why all these champions just abuse the free boots rune. Because hey, guess what? Even if you're slower early, movement speed's really OP. And when you have it, it's really good to have. When you don't have it, it feels really bad. So early on it feels really bad, but with top lane being sort of a scaling role right now anyways, and with Riot slowing down the pace of the game in this coming patch, and hopefully in future patches too, that means, hey, if I have more time to scale, it's a higher likelihood that I get my free boots. If it's a higher likelihood that I get my free boots, well then, Did they kill him? Oh man, he lived, right?
Executed.
If it's a higher likelihood that I get my free boots, then guess what? It's a higher likelihood I can actually use them and make a difference, and it's going to be great. And that is what we are looking for. Can I double proxy? It's probably trolling to double proxy this early. Be rough for my mid laner. Pretty sure this TF is gone. Yeah, he's gone. This GP might be killable, but we'll see. I'm here if she wants to go for this. My Bel'Veth is right there.
It's nearly time.
I am absolutely down.
An ally has been
Well, that's
slain.
rough. Sorry, bud.
On my way.
Wanted to go for the blue, not for that fight. That was awkward. That is a little awkward, sir. The Zach wants to go for his blue. I'm just gonna let him get it. There's really no point fighting right now. Yeah, with the slower game pace, more likelihood that you finish your boots, that you save the gold, that you get faster. Easier team fights, better team fights, more effective team fights. More time to scale means more time to actually be relevant as a top laner. Top lane is just feels like kind of a late game oriented role right now because of the nature of... No, I don't think so, buddy. I'm pretty sure I can get this guy. Aw, no, rip.
An enemy has been slain.
I don't have mana. You hate to see it. Get him, A-Soul. Who needs mana, baby? Nice, let's go. I don't need mana, do you? Nope. Very, very good. Did Velvet get Herald? She did get Herald, nice. Oh, GP flashed. Okay, I should have fight him. That's fine. Okay, I have Demonic. Go ahead and buy a little bit of armor, because I'm going to go Radiant Virtue probably here. More time to scale.
An ally has
And
been
then
slain.
you have to actually use those boots. Even just like the base boots by itself, because you start off with the +10 whenever they activate, is like, it's just so good. It's so good to have. And then Futures Market, obviously, you are saving gold from your boots, so you can use Futures Market and spike faster with your other items, which is awesome. It's super good late game to finish off big ticket buys as well. Super good early game if you want to cheese your blasting one, which I've been doing almost every game with this setup. A fast blasting one unsinged is just so useful. It gives you more wave clear early game than any other early game component item. It is, except for Needless Large Rod, but you're not really buying that one because the items it builds into are all late game focused items, and you need your core first, right? I'm gonna grab a Smite here. I want to go for that Grump, or just get any camp at all that I can. I want to try and use my Flash Rep too. So yeah, Futures Market helps you a lot in the early game and the late game. Not the most amazing mid game, but it's like not even that bad mid game. It's still decent mid game, right? Because if you have like, you know, in this example that I'm, or not this example, but just in general, I'm going Radiant Virtue second item. It's super good because I can then just spike it earlier if I get the chance, right? And that is very nice. Can I fight this guy? He has Essence Reaver, double longsword. I'm pretty sure I can kill him.
Enemy kills.
He just used his thing. Let's go. His oranges. He hurts a little bit, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, nope, I'm good. No! Do you kill me though, Theo? Do you kill me, bro? No, Riv, they both kill me though. Alright, so I got that, I got that, I got that, I got that, I got a lot there. I still have teleports, so we'll make the play. Can we get Dragon off that? Because there's two top. Maybe, possibly. If not, it's whatever. He's super upset about it. Oh my. Wait a second. Oh, I don't have Unleash TP yet. I would have loved to Unleash TP behind it, but unfortunately I can't. His TP is still down, so I can actually maybe even force my own plate. Even though he just got mine. which I'm okay with. I thought he'd recall, I guess not.
An enemy has been
Holy
slain.
moly, Senna. No problem, just almost getting one shot. That's okay. He might stay now that I'm low, we'll see. He saw me leave just there. This is a level up on me. I'm just gonna wait to push then, I'm pretty sure he's gonna recall here. Nope. Alright, well let's go on this then. Oh, he knows I'm in here. He's setting up barrels. Oh, maybe he doesn't know. I'll use a combo here. I have ult in 6, so I just chill. Very nice. I believe we just push this, because his TP is still down. And because of the movement speed that you get from your boots, why do I do 0 damage with this tower? Do you see that? How weird is that? The movement speed that you get from the boots is compounded with your movement speed from your Nimbus celerity, obviously, and that just makes you faster, more of a threat, which is awesome. Better repositioning, better team fighting, that's the whole idea. And Cosmic Insight that's like your macro rune. Cosmic Insight gets your teleport cooldown lower. Teleport cooldown being lower means that you get it's way too great to go for this wave, right? I want to though. Nope.
An ally has been slain.
I don't think they get me. Ah, dude, rip. He has Collector. Get him, Asol, get him. No, you hate to see it. Oh, TF didn't have his card. Whatever. The teleport cooldown being lower means that you're just able to just play the map better. I think I already talked about in the last part, or earlier section of this video, that the kills pre-9 will mean less. Oh, TF tried to kite it out. Nice, let's go. I'll lose my top tower here, but I'm confident in my macro, so I'm not super worried about it. I'm not super worried about it. Yeah, he gets it for sure. GP is very balanced champion.
Your turret has been destroyed.
As we know.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
So basically every rune in this page is really good for Singed. With the obviously the potential exception being the free boots rune, but even then the free boots rune is, once you have it, really good, right? It's just that whole period before you get it. I do think because of the game, I don't think the game will stop being played mostly bot side. I just think it'll be like less oppressively bot side oriented, that the rune will be good, right? Back off that barrel, grab the wave, take some balanced damage output, no problem, no problem. So they got Zac, which is good.
Unstoppable.
Pretty sure there's a ward in here, but I don't know for sure. I want to take this tower. Gangplank appears to be recalling. Oh, he's over there. Fighting my Asol, kind of. Yeah, I'm down to dive him if he stays. I'm down to dive him. That is totally okay with me. Up my R. Oh, he knows he's getting dove. Oh, he knows. Bye-bye. He ulted the wave, so whatever. What can you do? His TP is up, but I should have time to push the tower. Excuse me. And then as you get more and more items, because the game pace is overall slowing down, it will be very good. I mean, if she's here, I'm willing to die for the tower. Like, it's unfortunate. Actually, no, I shouldn't do that. Oh, why are you here too, bro? Whatever. Whatever. God, that's so irritating. That's okay. We should just get drag off that, right? Because he's top. Maybe I died too soon. He can maybe, like, sort of close distance there. It'll be fine, though. Was he in a Herald tier 2? He's in a Herald tier 2, isn't he? Alright, so I need 69 gold for my Radiant Virtue. So even though I am 1 in 4, I can still get my items relatively quickly, which is super good. Even with a lower amount of farm. It's like MF is going top. If they dive her, I do have teleport whenever I spawn. Oh yeah, get him. Get him, MF. Oh my god, please die, bro. Holy hell. Why do you not die? Why does Senna do my entire HP bar? Support, by the way. Oh, I'm too fast for you. Oh, I'm too fast for you. Oh, she's pissed. You see the, free boots turn actually saved me there. And enabled my team to get the return kill and get the assist there. I was so fast from the Senna with the free boots that she just couldn't, deal with it even though I don't have tenacity, right? Which is good. I like to see it. That is not so bueno. Oh, Velvet. She got her thing. I want this freaking tower, man. Then as the game goes later and later, obviously Singed gets a bit stronger. Tends to be a late game oriented champion. With your just general likelihood, oh shit, the W is dead. With your just general likelihood of getting to late game higher, it's super good for you. Rylize is the play, I believe. Actually, Void's pretty decent here too because of the Zac, but I'm gonna go Rylize. Go Void 3rd, or even get armor item 4th. Sorry, Void 4th, or even armor item 4th. We'll see. Oh, get stunned. Stop him from jumping. I can't stop you from dying, though, unfortunately. Try and defend this tower, hopefully. As much as we can, anyways. Decent Herald kill. I wouldn't chase. See, the problem with the Senna shard is we can't see when Gangplank puts barrels down. Makes it very hard to play against Gangplank and Senna combo. That's a little unfortunate. Oh, huge MF ult though. Bye-bye, Senna. Okay, take it. Very nice. I don't think I can take this red, though. That is a little painful. Oh, whoops. That was a very weird interaction with the red buff. Don't know how I feel about that one. As you can see, even versus a team with like pretty heavy CC, it's still playable. You do have to be a bit more careful. It is, I would say, a higher skill floor Singed rune page because you don't have like a lot of forgiveness in your runes. Your runes are like almost all utility, but utility is really good for Singed. You do have to be a bit more careful. And if you get chain CC'd, obviously you can die. You don't have like Legend Tenacity or Unflinching to fall back on. But if you're able to like capitalize on your movement, if you're able to capitalize on cooldowns, it is very rewarding, and I think it is very good. So I actually do have teleport. I should go side lane here. I'm gonna grab this first for my team so they can't just sneak a Baron. Very nice. I believe Zac is coming over anyway, so ping my TP. Let them know I have it. I think I'm gonna just keep TP Ghost for the next fight. Oh, whoops, that was a bad word. Going to be a little bit of a nuisance in top lane right now.
To shake, only to shake.
Alright, let's go. TPing in. Bye-bye. Oh, you're grounded, buddy. Where you going? Where are you going, Chief? You're Grievous wounded too. You ain't going anywhere, bro. And there's that late game pop-off I was telling you about, boys. There it is. Can I swap Smite again yet? Rip, no Smite. I can swap Heal, though. I should be able to tank it up. I don't even think I need to. I think Asol just is a very interesting champion. What? Yes, that seems fair. Good job, Riot. You guys put out some real bangers these days, don't you? It's so silly. Very cool. Alright, have that. Even Zhonya's is a really good option here too, honestly. I could go a lot of different items, so I think for now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna buy Amp Tome and then we'll figure it out as time goes. Because I can turn that into Rosenheart, not Rosenheart, sorry. Zhonya's or Void Staff. Whatever I need really out of those two items. Could really honestly go Randuin's too, but if I need Randuin's, I'll go it last item.
To shake or not to
So
shake.
we shall see. Oh, they have a ward in here. I wanted to flank this mid lane, but I can't. We can honestly just force Baron too. A GP is bottom. I say we just go. Oh. Okay. As you can see, the late game pop-off is mid to late game, I guess, right now, but the late game pop-off is very real. And Asol does balance damage to objectives. What is that? That just seems excessive. Alright, I think it's a void angle. I wanna melt some faces. Ooh, Gangplank, however, does very balanced damage to towers, as you can see. Good for him, though. Oh, it was close. It was close. Nice try, Ash. It was, in fact, close.
I hear you.
I think this guy's trying to get me over the wall. Gotta be careful. Getting closer to 16. I'm catching up in farm, too. I basically caught up.
Your team has
I have higher
destroyed
KP than
a
him
turret.
because of my macro. Being good at macro on Singed is really good, too. I should make an entire... Honestly, just make a video guide about, like, macro. But I've been taking some lessons from Baus's playstyle. Where he uses teleport very, very, very well, actually. I think that's like the main thing about him that people don't realize is his teleport usage is like really good. Not even like the inch-to-win playstyle like that. That kind of is a thing, but his teleport usage enables it. Where he's able to just have super good movement around the map and create situations for his team that they normally don't have. What? Huh? Okay. I guess he just didn't see I was there. Oh no, he probably tried to TP like away and accidentally click bottom. Interesting. Well, goodbye. I'm 1,000 movement speed, baby. Goodbye. That guy is pissed. You know it. You know he is. What did the Singed just do? Why is he so fast?
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Then we'll take Nexus Towers, and I believe that is a GG. But yeah, it is a super good rune page, and I think it will only get stronger with the state of the game slowing down. I think you guys will enjoy it a lot too. I think that Riot is making finally making some good decisions. We'll see what they do with teleport as the season goes on, but with the changes they're making, it's going to feel a little bit better, in my opinion. And with the state of the game changing, it's just going to be a better rune page overall. I think top lane will be much more tolerable, much more playable. So I have good hopes for the future. Knock on wood. This is me knocking on wood right there, because I have in the past said I believe in what Riot is doing, and I've been burned very badly by them. But I have faith. I have faith, and I think things will be good. So thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace, guys.